when is it acceptable to use pepper spray? Get off.
Nothing. Don't point it.
You want to get pepper spray?
Do you want to get handled?
Dude, if I'm out here recording in public, sure, and somebody comes up and starts, attacking my camera or pushing my hand out of the way or slapping my hand,
you need a little bit more of somebody physically attacking you or maybe threatening you, but.
Well, today's video comes from a channel that goes by the name Freedom of the Press. Now, I'm not too familiar with this channel, so this is going to be the first time I've ever seen any of his content, but I do know he gets a little saucy in today's video. And as always, before we get started, I want to thank all my channel members. If you're not a channel member, you should probably become one. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to donate to support the channel, you can do that at buymeacoffee.com. I have a link down below in the description box.
You look like a bouncer.
Don't record me.
I just don't get the point of filming people and making them feel uncomfortable. He has to get some kind of sick, creepy pleasure out of this.
You're a star. You're a star.
Let's see if that's for us or for the homeless guys.
Wait, hold up. You mean to tell us you're not one of the homeless guys? Yeah, I'm gonna call BS on that one.
How are you?
Good afternoon.
Great. How are you? Good?
Good, great. Last time I was here, they called the police as well. But I wonder if this time it's because of the homeless people that are sitting out here in front of the store, or if it's because of the cameras. Another one.
No, they did. It's probably on camera. On the sidewalk. Thank you.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, just like we can do public photography, when people are on the sidewalk like this outside of a store, is that also a legal thing?
So
Like, is that not loitering?
No, she's on the public sidewalk.
Yeah.
And per our municipal code, there has to be 3 feet of space for someone to walk by. So
Okay.
3 feet of space, 3 feet of space.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Have a good day.
You too. Oh, you know what? I actually have one more question. So when is it acceptable to use pepper spray?
You have to be able to document and prove that you are in fear of your safety or physical harm. So for example, if you walk down the street and somebody does this,
Yeah.
and you pepper spray them,
Okay.
that's not good. If somebody's in your face threatening you, and you feel physically threatened, and somebody physically attacks you, and you have to use pepper spray, you can justify it to a police officer, then you can use pepper spray.
Now, if I'm out here recording in public, and somebody comes up and starts, attacking my camera or pushing my hand out of the way or slapping my hand, is that
You need a little bit more of somebody physically attacking you or maybe threatening you, but
Now we all know frauditors are a bunch of kittens, right? And most of them come armed with pepper spray. Most of the time they'll look for a target, someone who is easily annoyed, and push their buttons until they react in a way they feel like it is justified to use that pepper spray for content for their YouTube channel.
So if somebody's running at you and you fear for, you fear that
why are they running at you?
Maybe they don't want to be on camera.
I mean, there would have to be some.
There has to be contact before you can do that?
There's got to be something as to why they're running it. Someone's not just going to run at you arbitrarily.
Well, if they're out of their mind, they definitely do.
Maybe, yeah. But it would be better if you just stepped out of the way instead of trying to pepper spray them. So,
Yeah.
Have you ever seen pepper spray being used?
Yeah.
And so do you know what happens?
Probably spray me back in the eye.
And do you want that to happen?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so
Definitely not.
using pepper spray is really for you or anybody to spray and then
To get you away.
get out of the way.
Yeah.
You don't want to use pepper spray and
Because I've had a couple of instances lately where people have been battery, they've been doing a little bit of battery, assaulting and battery.
so it's best to call us and let us deal with it.
But it's all been minor, so it hasn't really been, the other day I was shooting and somebody threw a cup of water at me. Now, I looked it up online and that's actually considered assault.
That's considered assault, yeah.
It is considered assault. So I got their license plate number, but it's just a cold cup of water. I wasn't really going to cry about it too much.
Yeah.
Then somebody came up and they were like going like this to my hand. That's battery.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, do you want to pepper spray somebody for that?
Yeah, not really.
No.
I mean, I want to keep it for like extreme cases where it's actually necessary.
If I may ask, are you guys protesting Trader Joe's?
No.
What are you guys doing?
We're doing First Amendment protected activity, just recording in public.
Okay. No.
And educating people who don't know that the First Amendment allows us to record in public.
Yeah. No. Cool.
And just
No
like
problem.
you, actually you don't have a body cam. Oh, you do have a body cam.
Right there.
Yeah, so just like you can record everybody, we can as well, as long as we're in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay, thank you for answering my questions.
Sure. Of course.
Stay
Have
safe.
a good. Oh, you thank you.
Thank you.
So what's happening?
What do you mean what's happening?
Like, what are you filming?
We are just reminding everybody that everywhere you go, there's a camera recording you even when you don't know it.
Is that for like an artistic reason or?
No, so it's just also doing my First Amendment right to record in public.
First Amendment is a great amendment.
Yeah. Allows all sorts of things.
Pardon?
It allows all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Is that your favorite amendment?
Well, it's the one I'm concentrating on.
Yeah,
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press.
Yeah.
So we're working on a story, just seeing how people react and, to also re-educate some people who just have forgotten that they have rights in public.
That's interesting. I didn't know. So why is it that like on TV shows or whatever they blur out? Why do they give people a form to say?
This isn't a TV show.
Oh.
It's not for commercial use. For
So-
commercial use, you need to have waivers and things like that. This isn't for commercial use.
No, this lady is actually right. Now, frauditors have some kind of weird delusional law where they don't think that this is a thing, but the reason why television shows make people sign consent forms, if you use somebody's name, image, or likeness without their permission and you're making any kind of money off that, then you could be sued by this person. Just like how this frauditor is making money off this video on his YouTube channel and using these people's faces when they clearly don't want to be used. Now he's going to act like he's schooling her or something, but what he's not going to tell her is if any of these people in this video find this video or his channel, they can report this to YouTube and get his channel striked and most likely demonetized.
Interesting. Oh, I guess because you're using it for profit or something, then it's different.
Well, I mean, the video footage that we're getting is not going to be in a commercial. It's not going to be in a movie. It's not going to be on a TV show. So, you know, if it was, then you would need to sign a waiver and, you know, get permission. But, you know, then again, think about when you watch the news and they catch people walking by on camera. None of those people are signing a waiver. And that's on network television. That's on the news.
No, Goofy, they don't. When the news talks to somebody, it's because they're willingly talking to them. They don't just walk up to somebody, shove a camera and a microphone in their face. They say, hey, do you want to make a comment on this topic on WWL TV or something? You are not a journalist. You are not a TV reporter. You're more like a paparazzi. And even then, you're not even that. You're just more of a waste of space on this planet.
Wouldn't you say there's an argument to be made, though, that, like, if people don't want to be filmed, that it's, like, impolite?
Well,
That's moral. That's moral. That's not the law.
No, I know. I'm not saying about the law. I'm saying, like, morals,
Like,
yeah.
for example, like, some people, your skirt might be too short. For other people, it might be too long. The thing is, you're not going to win to please everybody. Some people will not like your skirt. Some people will love it. So in the end, the choice is yours. You should be wearing what you like, not what people like.
Sure, but in terms of the behaviors that people do, it's not, it seems, first of all, I think that objective morality doesn't exist, as you probably agree with. Don't you think that there's a sense in which it's kind of impolite to record someone if they don't want to be?
Right. So
Like, even if you're allowed to do something under the law, it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, all your behavior should only be constrained by what is, like, legal. Like, just part of what it means to be in a society is to operate according to certain kinds of conventions of, like, how you treat people. Like, for example, in the grocery store or wherever I am, I'm not just gonna, you know, call a stranger ugly, for instance, out of nowhere because it's like my constitutional right to free speech.
you could, yeah.
I could, and it's like the law protects my ability to do that, but it's still like rude to like insult someone.
it depends who it is, because if you call me names, people have called me names all throughout life. For me, doesn't bother me. I just go like this. Okay, that's just another word, an opinion, and I keep
Well,
and I
of
go
course,
about my day.
And
doesn't bother me.
I don't really get bothered by insults either, but at the same time, you're not like, I don't want to do that to other people. Like,
The other
like,
reality is, if you don't exercise your rights, you may lose it or come off. It's like a muscle. If you don't exercise your muscle, you're just gonna go flat.
sure, but like, you know, should I just start insulting people off the street? Is that my exercising of the right so that I don't lose it?
That's on you. I wouldn't do it myself, but that's up to you.
Why wouldn't you do it?
It's not my style. This
Yeah.
is my style, but that's not verbally abusive.
And we also have a slight message, you know, to remind you that you're being recorded and that public photography is not a crime. You have no expectation of privacy in public. I think, you know, things like that. There's a message behind it. So it's not just to stand out here and annoy people with a camera. Trying to get something positive out of it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people who view it as negative because they think they have rights that they don't have.
But what if they view it as negative, as a more like politeness and conventional thing, and not out of rights?
I mean, there is, but that comes down to morality, I guess, or just, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about being on camera right now? You addressed the camera as I turned back around and you were asking us both questions. Do you not want to be on camera? Does this pointing the camera at you and having a conversation with you, does this make you feel uncomfortable?
Maybe slightly.
But if you didn't want to be on camera, you could easily just say, have a good day and walk away.
No.
You could go in the store, you could leave, you have your options,
No,
you don't have to stand and
I get that.
be in front of the camera.
You know, if I I never said I have a strong aversion to it. So I'm just saying, like, you know, it's like, oh, it's a little bit weirder to have a conversation when it's being filmed.
Gotcha. And how does understanding and us telling you what we're actually doing affect your initial perception? Because there are people who do this and some people don't tell you what they're doing. And then there's people like myself who do tell you what we're doing. I think it's a cleaner way to tell you what we're doing.
It's nice to explain it. It's not, I mean, I just, honestly, I'm just waiting for my boyfriend to get like groceries or whatever, so I'm just kind of bored. I was curious.
Yeah.
But I do find it very interesting.
It's interesting sometimes to see the reactions that people have.
How often do you do it?
Well, we do it fairly often,
Like how often?
every few days.
Oh, really? How long each time?
However long we feel like it. I take it that's your boyfriend.
Nice day.
All right, have a good rest of your day.
I hope what I said to you works. You guys. Where did you write?
Why not? I have a camera that can do pictures and video. Why are you driving a nice car? Why are you shopping at Trader Joe's? You can afford Bristol Farms.
What you filming me for, man?
We're filming everybody in public.
Why?
Is there a reason why you got to be this close to me?
Yeah, because you all in my, you filming me.
Don't
and
touch
I give
me,
you no
please.
permission. I'm not touching you. I'm touching your equipment.
Get off.
Nothing. Don't point it.
You want to get pepper sprayed?
Do you want to get handled?
Dude,
You wanna get
let go
manhandled?
of my stuff right now.
Don't put your camera on.
That's grand theft.
It's not. I ain't
That's
taking it
actually
away.
grand theft.
You just put your hands on me. That's assault.
You know what? You got your hands on me, my stuff here.
Keep your camera off me.
Your
Keep
camera?
your camera off me.
Dude,
I don't care what you keep your camera off me. Keep your camera off me. Tough with the pepper spray, huh?
you put your hands on me again? You just messed up my camera.
Hey man, the pepper spray don't even work. That's the bad part about it.
It doesn't?
Nah.
Well, that's a shame. I spent a lot of money on it. Now you need to back off, okay?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
You need to back off.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna put your.
You need to back the f up.
And just like that, another uneducated bully does the walk of shame.
Now, unfortunately, once again, someone else has taken the bait of a frauditor. I know a lot of you have told me you would love to run into one of these guys in your hometown, just to give them a little piece of your mind. But just don't do it, guys. You're just feeding the beast. Unfortunately, this frauditor hit the jackpot today, and this is probably his most exciting content he's had ever. This is why they bring the pepper spray. It's not really for their protection. It's more for their content. This is why he was asking all those questions to that cop. He went there today with the intentions on pepper spraying someone. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I want to thank all my channel members, and if you're not a channel member, you should probably become one. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That is very important. And if you want to donate to support the channel, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com. The link is down below in the description box.